November 2020 Astro Tarot Forecast. I cannot believe it's November. I'm using the Hush Tarot by Jeremy Hush. It's lovely and I'm in love with it. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't already done so, please watch your rising sign, especially, and your moon sign, in addition to the sun sign, for your full dose of the cosmos for the month. Here's what the back looks like too. They're super sexy, dark, macabre. Right up my alley. All right, Gemmies. Mercury goes direct. I know. It's time. Mercury goes direct on election day. So this is going to be amazing with this electoral vote count here in the States. I'm mentioning this just because it's such an overwhelming time and I'm amped up about it, and I can just feel the change, or this energy of release. Maybe it's the eclipse. Let's see what happens. But Mercury goes direct November 3rd at 25 degrees of Libra, the sign of justice, balance, truth. And Mercury direct for Gemini is in the 5th house of children, romance, true love, what you're passionate about. So this recuperative energy is available to you in the sector of love. Has Gemini been wondering where love is at? You have about 7 days of replenished energy here before Mercury moves on the 10th into Scorpio, where the majority of our planetary energy exists for the month. The 6th house of health, wellness, work, routine, the maintenance of your job. Gemini is going to twist how they operate. And there is a more effortless way for you to be doing your work. And this is the month where you figure that out. I feel like Gemini has been breaking their back or cranking their neck in trying to see something, solve something, do the job better. And it might not have been working, but because you can do so many things at once. You're the king and queen of multitasking and handling everything, as long as there's a calendar available. But there is a fine tuning that happens this month, and that's on the 12th of November. Jupiter and Pluto form an exact conjunction at 22 degrees of Capricorn. And they've been here for the year together, although Saturn and Pluto have been here for at least 3.5 years together, in the 8th house of who's paying you, shared resources, other people's money. Jupiter is big and Pluto is change, and there is a big change to your earnings, and this is done to elevate and prosper you. A better working method is Mercury in Scorpio. And then with this conjunction, you see the benefit of how you have been working, benefiting you through your payouts, through your clients, through your increase in money, which is something that it's been hard to see happen through 2020, an increase of income. But this conjunction is a catalyst day for a new way of earnings for Gemini, or an assisted way of earning that it comes in more readily, or you don't have to work the 80 hours to get paid this. There's 20 or 30 that you give. There is a reconfiguration here in terms of the 6th house and 8th house, your work and what you're paid for it. Mars also goes direct on the 13th at 15 degrees of Aries. Mars naturally governs this sector, and that's the 11th house for you. Connectivity, goals are able to push forward. Mars is direct here through 2020 now. Take action in what you've been working on here, but just haven't been able to execute on the physical because of COVID, money, pause in work and health and life itself. We like Mars direct in the 11th house. There is more action to communicate with people, to connect with people that can conspire to prosper you as well. And I mean prosper in all ways. Wealth, yes, but in health and wealth, how you feel is directly connected to what you earn. So if you are not feeling your best, you're not going to be paid your best. It's all interwoven. Your new moon on the 15th of November is at 23 degrees of Scorpio in the 6th house of work, maintenance, regimen, your ritual, your commitment to your work practice. Where are you working? Did you build your office yet? Do you have everything you need at your reach? Commitment to your health. Are you waking up and stretching? Meditating for 2 minutes? Breathing? Are you on the treadmill for 30 seconds? Or 30 minutes, 30 seconds. You can see where my head's at. 30 seconds will do. Just put it on an incline of 20 and run as fast as you can. No, do not do that. Do not do that. The commitment to your health each morning is important because what you put into you get back. That's what I'm getting. And Gemini will feel the benefits of this in November because Venus also enters this sector of Scorpio on the 21st through December 15th. Mercury, the new moon's energy, the sun, and Venus will all be conjunct in the 6th house of health, work, and wellness. So Gemini has a plan, and this is time to execute this ritual and regimen for the betterment of your life. You'll actually have more free time if you schedule your time appropriately. Geminis can waste time. Believe me, we think we can get something done, but sometimes we think about too many things at once, and you can only do, as much as possible at one time, so we can get distracted. ADD, big time. Now we end the month with a full moon lunar eclipse on November 30th at 8 degrees of Gemini. Okay. So definitely don't get on the treadmill and boost it up to a 20 incline because during an eclipse you want to tread lightly on the physical self, but it is important for you to implement a practice and to commit to this schedule. You do anything for 3 weeks, it's a habit. Do it for 3 days, you're prone to do it more. Do it for 21 days, you can do it for the year. You're going to see some closure here, November 30th, full moon culminating in the first sector for Gemini. What do you need to be aware of? Pay attention to your dreams the night prior and that day. You are, your radar and gauge is on. Trust your instincts at that full moon lunar eclipse. I wouldn't be reactive. It's a time for listening. It's a time to hear the download. You'll see everything that needs to be seen, and you can make your decision accordingly. There's closure afforded to Gemini. Peace of mind. I wanted to say peace of mother mind, but I don't want to get banned by the YouTube police. Okay, let's see what's here in your tarot, Gemmy. I love looking at your cards. If you'd like a private reading with me that is more accurate to you personally according to your specific chart and cards, I'm at audreyalison.com. This is what I do and have done for 26 years. So this is just my whole life. Here are your cards, Gemmy. Ooh, 6 of Wands. You're achieving it. You are accomplishing your goals. The prodigal son returning home with an award. You can complete what you wanted to and feel like you've mastered your priorities, what you set out to do. you can complete. This could be something that has lasted over 6 months for you. The Five of Swords. Don't cut off your nose to spite your face. There's no need to be bragging or so fiercely competing that you're turning people off. Although, you know what? I say if they're turned off, let them hate. But you don't want to create unnecessary enemies, do you? It's okay to have a competitive spirit, just don't be a negative competitor, is the message with the Five of Swords. Everyone's climbing the ladder. You don't want to remove other people's rungs for them. Mind your business. That's a better way to put it. Don't look to the left or the right. One of my dearest friends once told me that. She's a wonderful witch. She says, don't look to the left or the right when you're in a horse race. Horses look straight on. And she's right. And also, just to add to that, thoroughbreds don't compete with fillies, honey. So you might not even necessarily be in a race. Just keep yourself out of the mix and work and focus on you and solely what you want to achieve. Tower, you're the only sign that got this. Get ready to be redirected too. Once you commit to the restructuring of this job, you'll be on a course all on your own. And you have autonomy in a position, Gemini. I think that you have more in your control than you realize. Four of Swords. I love every artist's interpretation of these cards. Four of Swords is your recuperative rest. If you build it, they will come. Build your workshop, get your career in order. You can retreat and rest. 4 weeks of your Mercury retrograde of recuperative rest. And also, this year, when you're tired, you need to get your sleep. You know, beauty sleep's important. And as you could see, you get dark circles when you don't sleep. And Gemini runs high on anxiety. It's really important for you to have recuperative rest and repair your body's energy. You run very high on adrenaline. You rule the nervous system. And you're on the move a lot. You hardly sit down. You have a restless energy. So it's important for you to take care of you in that 6th house of health and wellness. That's marked and inspired this month. Gemini, I love you. I'm wishing you a beautiful month. If you need me, I'm at audreyalison.com. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.